Good morning. Happy Thursday. I'm in the Walmart parking lot. Amber just took off. She has an errand to do. Okay. I thought something was on the lens, but it's all working. Today, I have a comic book page. So let's read it. It's always nice when the author can read his own work. It's safe for work time. A comic book page for YouTube. Wednesday, September 17th, 2025. While the rules on YouTube are pretty clear on what I can and cannot do. Or are the rules clear? That's debatable. Anyway, I know that I'm supposed to follow the community standards. It kind of takes the fun out of creating anything. Anyway, I'd like to thank all the people that watch my videos, and especially those that donate. Thank you. I can't do it without you guys, really. So thank you once again. I don't know if many women watch my videos except for my girlfriend. It's kind of cool, though, that I can just draw up some comics, film them, and it's on YouTube the same day. It is instant publishing! But now we're packing up to leave the motel. It is time to go. It was a fun stay. We were here for a week, and it will be over soon. It's back to living in the car, which sucks. Anyway, we're at Starbucks now. Sometimes I call it Buck Stars or Scrub Rats. It's another day of bad, mind-washing music today and poor decor. But the coffee is good, if not pricey. Anyway, as a final thought, can't they find a better singer than Danny Elfman for The Nightmare Before Christmas? It could be digitally remastered. Jack deserves a better singing voice. I've always thought that every time I see that movie, and I saw it in the theater when it came out. Okay. So I read this word for word, and I didn't interrupt, and I didn't ad-lib. But now I can talk about this page. And afterwards, I will give you a preview of my new comic book stuff, pages, life drawing class. Okay, now look at this inking style. Well, it's not finished yet. So, look how good and legible all this work is in comparison to this. This is what this used to look like this. So I have to go over the lettering 2 or 3, 4 times sometimes. There's always a matter of balance with type. And I write it, it's not dark enough, and then I go over it again. Then you have to put serifs on, and you kind of work all over. And you just pretty much make the type interact with all the letters. It's a wood cutting balance issue. So this type looks great. Robert Crumb is one of the best letterers there is. So I read a lot of his work. But this stuff is pretty legible. So I made this page 2 nights ago. And I wanted to film it last night, but the page just wasn't done. And I didn't see the point of filming it unless it was approaching how I wanted it to be. Okay. There's that community standards thing. It's the community of the advertisers. I don't think anyone in their right mind would be offended by my work. It's stuff they hear in junior high and high school. any city in America, you can just walk around and people are swearing. I guess they're not on YouTube though. Well, some people have potty mouths. Okay. I don't see anything wrong with it, as long as it's entertaining. Most of the time, swearing isn't really entertaining, though. Sometimes it can be really funny, like when Eric Idle swears, because you don't expect him to. It's supposed to be scub rats. I put scrub rats. I was too lazy to check the spelling backwards. And they're always scrubbing and cleaning anyway, so I did scrub rats. And they really have very poor decor in all the Starbucks. It's really bad. That's my opinion. It's non-offensive to some people, but it's very offensive to me. It's so bland. Who designed the interiors of Starbucks? What's their corporate message? That's the whole problem. It's all corporate. It's not a real coffee house. I'm frustrated because they have a small coffee and they call it a tall. I suppose it's a tall in comparison to a macchiato. Jeez. Okay. So, this is my inking style. And I wanted to film it before I trucked it up. Okay. So there's that. And this title, I want to put dark line around it, maybe. Something. It needs some more weight. Robert Crumb, sometimes he'll just make all these letters completely black. I just think maybe in this case I'll just thicken up the lines of the letters, or maybe I'll put a drop shadow. That might be cool. I don't know yet. So it's filmed. So this is what my black and white work looks like. Normally I paint these things up, but I don't really know where my paints are. So the preview for the life drawing class, comic, safe for work, YouTube friendly, life drawing class. As you know, they have figure drawing classes in art school. I have figured out a safe way to present this material. Anyhow, I started taking figure drawing classes at the age of 18. The classes usually consist of 10 to 20 students and one model. Sometimes the other students are more interesting to draw than the model. Anyway, for this comic book, I'll leave it to you to draw on the figures. See, I've drawn these figures incomplete. So if this was an actual printed comic book, I would encourage the readers to fill in the details. And they could make it rated G or rated PG or rated PG-13 or rated R. Or that other naughty category. Okay, they could do whatever they want with it. What do I care? But to sell it publicly in the way that I would want to do it, well, that would not be good. And there's this thing where art students would draw the figure and then they would draw a smiley face head. So the body would be realistic. And they just draw this smiley face head. They couldn't figure out how to draw that head in conjunction with the body. So it was easier just to focus on the body. The face and the body are sometimes two different things. There was always one student who would do this just out of frustration. Okay, because I can draw one or the other. A lot of art students have ADD or ADHD, and they don't do too well with reading. That's why they go into art. Okay. And then I got some text. See, here's another partial figure. And I accidentally drew this panel on a page. Well, this page was accidental. There was already some comic book work on the back that I didn't notice. So I made it part of it. Let's see. And this is still rated G. And here's more where the buyer of the comic book can draw on the figures. Because I literally cannot show all this stuff on YouTube. Not that I know of. Then I talk about life drawing class. I used to run a life drawing class along with my partner. Okay. Well, just life drawing class stuff. Then I talk about props. More text. More panels. And this I can show. See, there's no details. It's just kind of a gesture drawing. And just a very sketchy drawing of the students around the model. But I love life drawing presented in popular media. There was one movie, it's Art School Confidential, where they show the model, but it's kind of a cop-out. They can't even show a simple life drawing class in a movie. Yet, when you're an art student, you see the models every day, and it's no big deal. I guess the world isn't ready for art. Okay. Even though it's 2025. Okay, so there's a preview. Well, some nice guy sent me 20 bucks, so in return, I made 20 pages. It'd be nice to finish inking it and do a full color paint job with it. That's what I normally do with my comic books. I hand color everything with acrylic paint. It looks beautiful when it's done. I know a guy who does great coloring work for comics. Maybe you could do a couple of panels. Okay, so I'm on a roll with comic book making. That's my thing. I can't sing. I can't play a musical instrument. But I can make comic books. I've only just begun. My entire art has been reduced to paper and a black ink pen. So this is what I do with it. And I can do traditional comic books too. I like to write my own scripts though. Well, I write it as I go. That's how I work. I've never actually worked from a script before. It sounds like too much work. I guess I could do it if I was chained to the desk and given a lot of money. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. I'm broke. I need to, let's see, I need to pay for car insurance in a week or two. Let's see, I'm on PayPal, Venmo, and CashApp. So look in the description box if you want to send me money. And I will keep inking. Okay. Thanks for the comments, the kind words. Thanks for being my friend. Yeah, look at this. See? Can I show all this? I mean, to me, it's not bad. Okay, man. I was up till 5 in the morning drawing. I couldn't sleep. I put on a show. Too bad my 5 hours of drawing wasn't filmed. So I really appreciate you watching. You're a true trooper if you made it to the end. So yeah, more comic book stuff to come. Thanks for watching. And I'll be working on that life drawing class comic book today or tonight. All right. Have a good day. Thank you.